I'm Linda Powell, and those of you who read the newsletter or receive our weekly emailed announcements, those are coming from me. And they've asked me today to show you the infamous RE supply closet. The first question is, where is the RE supply closet? And those of you who may not know, it is down the hallway. To your right as you enter the program building. It has a nice little sign on here that we will remind you of later. And the RE supply closet is open during the services, so you can feel free to come early before your class and take any supplies that you need. The first thing you should see when you come into the supply closet is that we have blue baskets here, handy for you to pick up any supplies that you need. What we're going to ask is that when you're through with your class, any unused supplies, you just bring the basket back with everything in it and leave the basket on the center table that we will see later. The supplies then will be put away by Beth Peoples. Also, that this may be new this year, in every classroom you will find a blue trash can prominently marked with a recyclable symbol on it. We can commingle recyclables. You can put paper, you can put cans and bottles and your plastic jars in here. We do ask, of course, if they are jars or cans that they are empty before you put them in here, but you can commingle anything that's recyclable. Okay, to begin our tour of the supply closet, we are going to enter and go down the left-hand side. This is as you come in the door. Big long wall on the left, and the first thing that should grab your attention is we have a blue bin here. That is your first aid kit. There is also a first aid kit available on top of the microwave that is in the lobby. In your classrooms you will find packages of bandages for anybody who needs them. Along the wall here also right away are cleaning supplies that you might need and hand soap. Starting along the wall, these are markers, we have glue sticks, we have crayons, that type of art supply, along with large rolls of paper. Underneath these shelves, we have additional shelves that contain our paints, we have brushes, and sponges if you're doing that type of artwork. All here along the left. Further along we have, below the shelf here, I will call them, they're the outside play materials. We have bubbles, we have juggling scarves, we have large pie pans and things like that to use for any artwork that is going to require mixing. We have a set of horseshoes down there. A whole bin of feathers to use for art supplies. Then, along the wall, all the way at the end now, on the left-hand side, you're going to find audio-visual supplies. We have the boom boxes, we have an overhead projector, and we have cameras available for your use. We have a small bin here that contains AA batteries. All of our supplies take AA batteries, and they are here. And we have some VCR tapes. We do have televisions available that, of course, can play these. If you need a television for a class, please request it from Beth Peoples by Wednesday before your class, and she will make sure it is in your classroom. The bag that's hanging here has balls, again, for outdoor play, soccer balls, basketballs. Okay, we've now rounded the center table here, and on the floor there is a big bin, prominently labeled costume box. And feel free to make use of that, and also this, which is hand puppets. And I bet you didn't even know that we have an ice cream maker available for your use. Also here in the RE closet. Along the back wall, we have shelves that have empty plastic bins. Feel free to use any and all of these for your storage. We have hula hoops and dowels, And in the box with the dowels, we have maps available for use for any of the curriculum that require it. And against the back wall, stacked up very nicely, is cardboard for use in any of the projects. Large pieces of cardboard available. In the supply closet on the right short wall, you will find bins, and they are all marked with the odds and ends of the craft world. We have clothespins and jewelry string and pipe cleaners and seashells and popsicle sticks, a whole bin of popsicle sticks that can be used for any of your projects. Right below all these odds and ends are clay supplies, modeling clay, Play-Doh, and all the forms that you can use to model the dough. Down below the shelf we have garden supplies, and we have trowels and gardening gloves and peat pots and all types of things you can use for any gardening supply you might need. Okay, we've rounded the corner now, and coming down towards the end we have a whole wall that is basically paper supplies. We have your construction papers, we have stencils and lettering supplies, tissue paper, crepe paper streamers. Down below all the small paper we have easel pads, we have large pieces of poster board, and we have fabric that are in these bins, pull-out bins, that can be used for any of your projects. Okay, this is the last wall we're going to show you today. It is on your right as you first enter the supply closet. And we will start here with, obviously, a whole wall full of glue. We have paper cement, we have the good old-fashioned Elmer's glue, we have rubber bands, glue guns, and glue sticks. Further along we have tape, all the masking tape and the Scotch tape that you need. We have, I did mention again, the glue sticks, and we have assorted little supplies that you can use for craft projects. In your room you should find the basic supplies. You should always find pens, markers, tape, stapler, and scissors, but additional, if you run out, is available here. Further along we have packs of index cards, we have string, we have sterno lighters available, and we have the battery operated candles, as well as tea lights available. We have menorahs and dreidels, and we have straws down at the bottom. The last bin are all types of writing supplies. We have colored pencils, we have hole punches, we have permanent markers. We have, over here, we have the little fasteners to put in 3-ring paper, and we have a hole punch and chalk, and we have plastic bags. And lots of boxes of chalk also for your blackboards in your room. Behind the door as you first enter the supply closet is a nice whiteboard prominently marked to request your supplies here. If there is anything you need, or if there's something that you have run out of, please write the supply here, and Beth looks at this weekly. She will be happy to fill the request and put the supply up on the table for you. We also have behind the door, should it become necessary, we have tools. We have nails and hammers and utility clips and a dustpan. Very helpful. Okay, I hope that helped give you an introduction to the supply closet. There is nothing that is a substitute for visiting, so I encourage you to come and look before your class starts and be familiar with what we have. You will notice that one thing we do not have is any foodstuffs. We have mice and ants and lots of critters that make themselves quite at home in our supply closet if we keep any food. So if you need food, beans, or any of that type of item for your crafts, please request it from Beth, and whatever is not used, we will throw away. Please do not put it in the supply closet. We're trying to keep it clean so that in April it does not look like this. Thank you very much. We have another closet here in the program building right off the lobby, and I thought the teachers might like to know about it. It's right here next to the water fountain between the two restrooms, and it is our custodial supply closet. Inside you will find all the extra paper towels, brooms, you'll find a vacuum cleaner or anything if you have any major spill during the class time, but especially if you run out of paper towels or things like that, they should be found here in the custodial supply closet.